from the soul with it. Yeah.
So I was listening to ESPN LA radio with Keyshawn Johnson, Travis Rodgers, and LZ, and they were talking about LeBron James' comments that he made in an interview with Chris Haynes from Yahoo Sports. LeBron explained to Chris Haynes how he almost cracked a few weeks ago when the season first started. So that is when Travis Rodgers explained how, yes, the Lakers are winning. They're playing better basketball. They're inside the playoffs. They have a winning record. They're 7-6, but says that he thinks the issues that started to test LeBron's patience to begin with, he's not entirely convinced that they are gone. So Travis Rodgers says he thinks that when the Lakers schedule get real and they have to play these elite teams, not just the Orlando Magics, the Miami Heats, the Atlanta Hawks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Sacramento Kings, he believes that it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the Lakers. So that is when LZ responded by saying how the main part of LeBron James' quote was about the good habits that the team could build on and apply those habits to different teams. He said earlier in the season, they had those bad habits in the fourth quarter, which was the reason that they were losing games. So that is when Keyshawn said he believed LeBron thought that he could be patient, but it's not going the way that he envisioned. So Keyshawn says he isn't worried about a lot of the teams that the Lakers have coming up, but says that he feels LeBron James got a bit irritated because he's putting in all this work into the game and basically his teammates is not. So that is when Keyshawn stated that is when they went out and got Tyson Chandler and he was going to crack, but he is good now. So that is when Travis Rodgers interrupted Keyshawn and said, see, that is my point. He used the analogy of how you could be in a relationship and when the relationship goes bad, it could get to the point where you tell her, hey, this ain't really going good for me and y'all can't really fix it, or y'all fix it for the moment, then it gets bad again. So what Travis is pretty much saying is he pretty much think that it's going to go bad again, basically. So LZ says, well, what is the #1 cause for breakups in a relationship? And that is when Travis responded by saying money. LZ says, well, maybe the Lakers found money by signing Tyson Chandler and that will repair the relationship. So that is when LZ says the Lakers lack size and now that they have won every game ever since Tyson Chandler has arrived. So let's see where they go from here. So if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box, but listen, I don't care about their analogy. Listen to my analogy. I've been telling y'all this entire time. I told y'all about the new car smell. If you are a stink person, and I'm talking about straight funky, straight dirty, but you look fresh, after a while that smell gonna come back in that car or that new apartment, okay? Now, I don't like to use profanity or drug references on my channel, but Tyson Chandler is like when you get a hit, but then eventually that high is going to wear off is what I'm trying to get to. The problems are still there. This is a movie that I have seen over and over again in Cleveland. We keep talking about the rebounds and the paint, but what happens when you're playing elite teams like the Golden State Warriors or the Utah Jazz who could really shoot lights out? And you have these switches. You have Tyson Chandler switching on to Kevin Durant and Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Donovan Mitchell, and it's a clear mismatch. What happens when Tyson Chandler has to go guard these guys out at the perimeter and he leaves the paint? And this is what happened against the Atlanta Hawks. Now, I'm not sure if you guys watched the games because there's a lot of fans who just watch the highlights and come up here and complain and don't even watch the game. When we played the Atlanta Hawks beat themselves because if Trae Young wasn't so busy trying to be Steph Curry all night and the coach was smart enough, he could have kept Alex Len in the game. I'm not sure if Alex Len was in foul trouble, but it was this play that they ran with Alex Len. They forced Tyson Chandler out of the paint. Trae Young, he probed in the lane and then he forced Tyson Chandler out of the paint. So due to the lack of communication, it left Alex Len wide open for an easy bucket. Now, this is not going to change because this happened in Cleveland last season for LeBron James. He is not playing defense, and he wasn't playing defense then. So what makes you think that that will change, bruh? LZ, this is what happens when you think emotionally and not rationally. You are game to game. But when you think rationally, you know what's about to come. We battled with the Atlanta Hawks and they talking about, I'm not concerned about these other teams. Well, bruh, you should be. When you play teams like the Atlanta Hawks, you must understand that players like Trae Young, and I think the player name is Doncic, whatever his name is, Yonkich, whatever his name, from the Dallas Mavericks. I'm not good with names. Don't judge me, bruh. Okay. Now, These players were going at LeBron in Staples Center in LA because they know the lights are bright. They know that in LA it's a big stage. They go at LeBron. If they hit a clutch shot or make big shots or they a hero in the moment, it increases their profile. It makes them a bigger star. It increases their popularity. These teams will be coming at the Lakers. They will be coming at LeBron and they will fight. I'm telling you, they're going to fight. This is exactly what happened in Cleveland. Talking about he put in all his work and the players are not. Bro, he is the leader. He's supposed to. He the main one talking about he's cracking. He the one falling to his knees with both his hands on his brain like he can't think, like he's hurting. He's cracking. He the one not making free throws. He's the one not playing defense. And I'm telling you, the only cure to this problem is trading for Kawhi Leonard or Anthony Davis, period. It's the only thing that's going to get you over the hump to carry you through the playoffs. I'm telling you, that's it. Because the Lakers, in my opinion, if they keep this roster, bruh, they ain't going to make it to the end of the year. I'm telling you, with this roster, they are not going to make it to the playoffs. Teams will eventually find a way to torch Tyson Chandler. Then LeBron will be back to complaining again. And I'm telling y'all, bro, I picked us to win versus the Kings and the Hawks. But I didn't expect us to struggle. And that's a big concern because the biggest concern is the fourth quarter. I don't care what LZ is talking about. The biggest concern is not finishing in the fourth quarter. They're going to find flaws in Tyson Chandler and they're going to take advantage of it. See, teams haven't scouted when they played with Tyson Chandler, but it's the same thing when they traded for Jordan Clarkson and all these new guys at the deadline. They had a whole entire new team, so teams weren't able to scout and know what's the team's strength and weaknesses, what they had to do, didn't have to do. So they demolished a lot of these teams when they first made the trade, but once the team started to scout and watch film, it all started to change and they struggled against the Orlando Magic, against these teams that you would think that they would beat with flying colors. They need a closer, and y'all could continue to drink the LeBron Kool-Aid that the media keeps selling y'all, but I stopped buying that many years ago, okay? Y'all better wake up. If teams were smart, they would hack a LeBron in the fourth quarter because what happens now? What happens? It's 10 times more pressure on him. Because at first, he could just go to the line and miss a few free throws. But now they know that. So now it increased the pressure times 10. Look, I'll be surprised if LeBron touches the ball moving forward in the fourth quarter. Because now the fear is just going to go to another level. It's not your typical pressure anymore. They're not doing a great job at guarding LeBron anyway. Because if he goes left but you force him to go right, it's going to be hard for him. He will pass the ball every single time. Unless he gets a screen. But y'all don't listen to me, bro. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out. Okay.